All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed yesterday. We're going to try to have some guests on, coming up with us. But I can assure you, I said this earlier, but Daryl Higgins was just getting going. If I'd have given him 15 more minutes, he could have really been churning and burning because he was getting acclimated to the locker room. But I'll say this, when I started in network marketing several years ago, and I recruited him, as you could see yesterday, our business took off, and I give him a lot of accolades to that. So he's a great person. But good to see everybody today. And our word for today is proactive. Proactive. And so somebody actually requested this word. And so here we go. So if you look at the definition of being proactive, it's creating or controlling a situation by causing something to happen rather than responding to it after it's happened, right? So let me ask you a question. You don't have to answer this. Just think about yourself. Are you a proactive person or are you a reactive person? Like, are you someone that's looking around throughout the day thinking of how you can be proactive to things? Or are you just the type that says, you know what, when it happens, I'll deal with it at that point? And so I think we've probably got people on both sides of the equation. One of the things that comes to mind when I think about being proactive is there's a saying that a lot of you, everybody probably has heard before, but it says, dig your well before you're thirsty. And when I look and analyze myself, I go, that could be in my health. Like, hey, Brent, before you get too overweight, before you get too sickly, how about you dig your well before you're thirsty? Don't wait till you get there. Be proactive. Like take steps towards bettering your health. Or maybe I'm letting someone in the waiting room. Hold on just a second. All right. So maybe it's my mental or emotional game. Rather than getting in a funk or getting depressed or getting to things that I know life is going to take me through as I go through the valleys and the peaks, how about I start listening to books or reading books and listening to audios and being a part of positive groups like the Coach's Corner? Like, why don't I start being proactive in my mental and my emotional game before I need it, right? So that when I need it, I'm equipped. I got the armor. I got the strength, right? I think about just the other day how appreciative I am. I was 2 days in the gym, man. I was feeling good this week, and then something hit me Wednesday and knocked me like on my knees, like that. You know that shaking feeling when you're in bed. You're like, you got the shivers. Like, I don't know what it was, but man, I've been powering up on all my supplements. And I want to tell you, whatever it was, my body fought it off fast. And I thought, man, I'm so glad I was proactive, because if I wasn't, I'd probably still be down. So another thing to be proactive, what about financially? Like, am I truly proactive financially? Like most everybody on here would say, I got a job, or I got a profession, or I got this income coming in, but am I digging my well before I'm thirsty and going, okay, make more, spend less, figure out opportunities to invest, figure out opportunities to make it grow so that my future self will thank me when the time comes that I need it, right? So all of those things I was thinking about this morning as I was preparing for the lesson. And I believe, here's what I believe, and I'm going to turn it. I know I'm taking too much time, Andrea. I believe that when we learn these things, maybe it's my health style, of being proactive. Maybe it's my mental or my emotional game by reading books, by doing audios, by being in groups. Maybe it's my financial gain. I believe as we gain mastery of these things, we got to take our knowledge and share it. Like, hey, Brent, don't take it to the grave with you. That's not the point. And keep it to yourself. Like, let other people know about it. Let other people know how they can affect their mental game and their emotional game by talking to people about it, by educating them on it. And so I'm gonna leave you with this. The question for you today, for me, is, and I ask myself the same question. Hey, Brent, are you playing offense or defense? Because being successful in whatever area it is in my life requires being proactive and not waiting for life to come to you. It means you're on offense, not defense. You're active, not passive, in pursuing the things that you want to pursue and changing the things that you want to change. It happens by playing offense, not defense. So, Andrea, I feel like I gave this big lecture today, but it was actually for me. I actually love the word today, proactive, because I want to be more proactive in my life. And so this kind of honed in on it. So,
well, I'll tell you, if you had asked me before this lesson if I was a proactive person, I would have said, well, of course. And I would have been lying. Oh my goodness. I guess I'm going to have to really learn. So digging into this one, like, what does it truly mean to be proactive? It's anticipatory. So, acting in advance of a future situation. It's change oriented. So taking control and causing something to happen rather than just adapting to what's happening. And then it's self-initiated. So I don't need to, if I'm proactive, I don't need you to ask me to do something. I'm just going to look around, find a need, and fill it. And I went, oh goodness, I feel like I am none of those things. So then I started digging into, okay, all right, Rosser, how can you be more proactive? So that's the direction I'm going in. And that's what we're going to talk about. I'll try to be quick here. But first of all, take responsibility. So if you take the time, kind of look around at your world and decide what it is that you want. Like, what does Andrea want? What's missing, right? What am I missing? Well, then I need to look at what choices I'm making that either creates that deficit or is going to fix it, right? So take responsibility. 2, grow your self-confidence, self-belief, and self-worth. And this is what's going to push us past our fears so we can act, right? We can take those steps, and it allows us to know that we're able to do the things that are a little bit hard, right? And that we do actually deserve everything that we really are wanting, right? So we are worthy of getting what we want. 3, accept that mistakes are inevitable. Oh goodness, guys, you know this. I hate making mistakes. I make them all the time and I hate it. Oh gosh, I hate it. So to be proactive, right, to be brave enough to take that step, we got to realize that we are absolutely going to make mistakes. Like, we are going to take steps in the wrong direction, probably every day, right? But it's okay. We can pause and we can decide we're not going to take any more steps forward. We can actually take steps back, or we can change directions. It's okay if we make those mistakes. Be solution oriented and opportunity oriented. So instead of focusing on the current problem, goodness gracious, I am just stepping all over my toes today. But instead of focusing on the current problem, focus on the solution. So I don't even want to think about any problems, but whatever problems are, what are the solutions that I can take? And then look for opportunities. So think about your day. How many places could you say yes? Like, I talk all the time about all the places you can say no, but look around and see where you can actually say yes, because that can lead you to whole new opportunities. And then take action. Don't stay on the sidelines. And by embracing this proactive approach, we can participate actively. So if you think about your life, raise your hand, right? Like, raise your hand and see where you can act. Take the class at the gym. that maybe is a little bit uncomfortable for you, or, ask your loved one to go on an outing with you, or, speak up, volunteer, just look for ways that you can get yourself in the game, even if you're the kind of person that might be really happy sitting on the sidelines. Seek out some mentors. So if you look around and you're like, oh my gosh, they always get it done, they are so proactive, see where you can follow in their footsteps, right? Who in your circle is a proactive human, and how can you emulate them? Understand your motivation, right? So why do I want to change? I think it kind of goes back to the first one. When we're taking responsibility and we're looking at our life, why do I want to change the different things? Put that in front of me, like that vision board that Hot Chocolate talks about. Put it in front of me, understand why, so that I can then be brave enough to be proactive. Don't sweat about the things that you can't control. Golly, this is the best lesson for Andrea. So, there's always things every single day in our life that we absolutely cannot control. Just absolutely can't. So try not to sweat about those things, and then take action where we actually can, right? And then lastly, I'm going to leave with this: celebrate your successes. So look through your day. Where did you take that step? Where did you make yourself a little bit uncomfortable? Where were you actually proactive? And celebrate it. Because again, I think sometimes when we look in the mirror, we see ourselves a certain way, and we only acknowledge the things that validate that. We don't acknowledge where we stepped out and we actually did something that was a little bit out of our comfort zone. So take the time to acknowledge your wins and celebrate them. Like Tammy says, that win book, go write it down, jot it down, tell your best friend, whatever it may be, but celebrate those wins. And I will work on being more proactive right after this call.
Andrea, I just realized I'm going to celebrate my win. And that I went to the gym this morning. Sometimes you just got to celebrate that you walk through the door, right? Not the actual work you put in, right? You walk through the door. And so this morning was kind of that. When 4:00 came, I'm like, I don't want to get up. So I had to celebrate the fact that I got up and I walked through the door of the gym. So yeah, love it. Love the word today, guys. Grateful for you. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back on Monday. Let's go rock today. Bye, guys.
Love you
Thanks.
guys. Have a great day.
You guys,
Have a
grateful
great
for you.
weekend, everybody.